Hello everyone and welcome back to Do We Know Them, episode 144, Dead End Edition. I missed my hair appointment and I have to wait until July. Yeah.
Oh no.
You know my life is chaotic when I miss my hair appointment. That's like my favorite thing.
I know, your hair and your nails.
Yeah. I did get my nails done though. I did miss that. It's much quicker.
I redid mine again.
Oh, nice.
Look at me staying up to date. My roots are getting very long. I'd say they're a good couple inches and I really need to get mine done, but I am enjoying that it's getting a little longer. I mean, there's still baby hairs that I have to pin up, but they're not like constantly falling down and giving me a rat tail.
For me, obviously I have the balayage. So, or like, I don't even know if that's what this is considered. So it's like a lot easier to maintain, but my dead ends, like if I don't get them cut every 3 to 4 months, it shows. Like, I don't know why my hair looks like this. It looks like straw.
And I feel like you don't like do it, like you don't style it a lot.
I curl it a lot or crimp it a lot, I guess, with like that shitty bedhead crimper that definitely is frying the fuck out of my hair. So yeah, I need to use heat protected more. You would think all the stuff we get sent.
I was just gonna say, good thing we have a bunch of hair sponsors.
Like I use everything else. I use the shampoos, the conditioners, the treatments. I always forget fucking heat protectant spray. I've seen someone, I don't know if it's like a fluke or not. I think it was on a recent commercial. Was it Eva Longoria? I don't know. But she like sprayed bread with heat protectant and then like toasted both like parts, and the part with heat protectant, the bread with heat protectant. I'm trying to say it didn't get toasted is what I'm trying to say.
What?
I never thought I'd put SPF on bread, but I did. The one without SPF. This is the bread with SPF!
As usual, Jessie is the queen of spreading misinformation because apparently this commercial was actually for sunscreen and not heat protectant spray. But it did star Eva Longoria and there is toast involved. So I guess she was like half right. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
It was like pale, like it didn't get any heat applied to it. I'm like, oh, they work, huh?
That's really interesting, actually.
I know. Yeah.
It was like a commercial?
Yeah, it was a commercial. I think for L'Oreal or something that I cannot remember. Well, guys, today's episode is going to be interesting, all right? We've got a couple of, I wouldn't say they're older topics. The one you have, yes, it's older, but we haven't talked about it, so it's new here. And then the other topic is one that I've been keeping my little eye out for, all right? I've been keeping an eye out for Selena, aka Ariel de Jesus. But I never wanted to talk about it because, I don't know, I guess I did find it weird. Like, I do think she does botch people a little bit or a lot, and I do think that it's scary what she does. But some of the tattoos are all right. So I guess I just haven't really thought it was like worthy of an episode until someone posted somewhere about it. I don't know where I saw, but Marky did a video, of course. And it kind of like resurfaced everything in my brain. But then also he pointed out a lot of things that I don't like keep up with her, so I wouldn't know. And I was like, oh shit, okay, we got to talk about it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But they're not like new, hot off the press. All right, sisters, like you're just going to have to sit back and enjoy whatever the fuck we give today. Because I have had it with life.
It was either that or I was going to force Jessie to sit here and listen to me do a deep dive on the Melissa Avril conspiracy because of the recent call.
When I tell you, I love you so dearly, I can't personally handle that right now. I just don't have it in me, you know?
I mean, it's an interesting one. And I found allegedly Melissa's TikTok and there was a lot of things.
But we just got canceled for a conspiracy.
Comment below if you want to see
some
it.
Breathing time, you know? Oh, Jesus. This is gonna be interesting. Okay,
I have no idea who this is.
I feel like maybe you have seen her. There's just no way. Like, I feel like so much of her tattoos have gone, so many of her tattoos have gone viral. Well, anyway, her name is Ariel de Jesus. I don't know if it's Ariel de Jesus, I'm not sure. But that's her name. And she is known for her blindfold tattoos. And how this works is, don't worry, she's not blindfolded, but you would think she was sometimes. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that's why I thought that's what that meant. I was like, that sounds not, maybe you should get some good insurance.
No, her blindfold tattoos are a set price. So she's in Fort Worth, Texas. You drive over to her studio. She has two prices, $100 for a regular tattoo, $250 for a larger tattoo. You get to pick 3 subjects, and she could either pick one of those subjects, 2 or all 3, or I believe she could even pick none, but I'm not sure if that's an option. And then you could pick if you want it in black and gray or color. And the blindfold is literally like a COVID mask she just puts over your eyes. And her other thing that she's known for is that she tattoos extremely quickly. Huge pieces that I'm talking are your entire thigh that would take any artist like 6 hours. She does in about an hour.
I guess that makes sense because those are pretty cheap tattoos.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that because she talks about why her pricing is this way and why she believes that tattoo artists are just scamming people, essentially. They're not charging for better artistry. They're just charging to scam people, essentially. So anyway, I don't know where to start because there's so many good tattoos and mistakes. Actually, yeah, we'll start there. I'm just going to show you some bad tattoos. Are you ready?
Yeah, the first one is titled on her Google Doc. It says, Belle at the Strip Club?
Belle at the Strip Club. I mean, you'll see what I mean.
Why why do people go and do this blindfolded thing?
Okay, so there's a few reasons. She's very cheap, obviously. I would say there is the rare chance that she would give a decent tattoo.
The rare chance?
Yeah, like if you look at, I would say 4 out of 5 of her tattoos, maybe from afar, you'd be like, okay, you better work. But once you get a little bit close, you're like, why is everything so wonky? And why is this spelled wrong?
But that just begs the question more than why do people do this?
Well, you know what? I actually don't know the real question to that. Maybe it's to be on TikTok. I feel like a lot of people come from TikTok, but I think a lot of people also, they have different standards for tattoos. You know, some people, I'm not even a particularly
maybe they do think it's good?
Yeah, there's definitely some people you see that look absolutely devastated with their blindfold tattoos, like for sure. But you know, some seem happy. And I did see one woman who it was very confusing to me because she was like, I want this one in honor of my mom. And I was like, shit, you're doing a blindfold tattoo in honor of your mom? Oh, okay. Another thing she's known for, me just like listing 1,000 things. She's not known for all of these, but this is like things that are a pattern with her. She thinks she absolutely eats and devours glitter tattoos. Have you ever seen a glitter tattoo?
No, I've not.
Well, what comes to mind when I say that? Glitter tattoo.
Honestly, the first thing that popped into my head were glitter graphics from the MySpace days that were like the glittery GIFs.
Oh my God, that's literally insane that you just said that, because that's exactly what hers look like, but it's not what they're supposed to look like. I gotta show you one now before we go to strip club Belle. Hold on. Wait, close your eyes. Don't look at the screen. We have too many. This is one of her glitter tattoos.
Can I look?
Yeah, you can look. You can look now.
It really is. Like, I could see that that's a comment on a MySpace wall, and it'd be glittering, and there would be like maybe something shoot through the sky.
And this is like one of her better ones, right? Like, you know, like you can look at it from
I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't get it.
I would be devastated and cry for about 3 months straight.
Also, like, I mean, naturally, because you can't tattoo glitter, I think that seems like it would be an issue.
Some artists slay it, though. Some artists specialize in that, and really when you have the, like, I don't know if it's realism or what the fuck it is, but it looks so realistic.
I was gonna say, isn't it, I'm gonna sound stupid. Pointillism? Is that what it's called?
Oh, you know what? Period.
Yeah, no, but that is what it is, right?
Period. Stupid. I think you're right. Like, you're just like really good with dots, or like you draw things.
You just do
dots.
like really small dots, and then it ends up making like, if you look closely, they're dots, but like you can't necessarily tell they are. But that's her substitute for glitter here, which feels like that doesn't. Really
it just feels like it honestly looks like a pile of corn. Or also, if I seem like I'm being mean, I'm so delusional at this point. We're filming later than we usually do, okay? But those fireworks, you have to admit, are diabolical. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, also, you'll notice the lack of pointillism in between, like, they just stop with the glitter there.
I'm telling you, it's giving corn kernels. Anyway. So she just does not slay with the glitter, but she insists on doing it constantly. And what's crazier, okay, I need to preface this before we even show any more of her work. She has been a tattoo artist for over 20 years, is what she says.
So you'd think that she'd maybe have found
some practice. Yeah.
I was gonna say found her niche, and it doesn't seem like she has.
Also, I do have to say, believe me, it's like the cake thing, okay? Happy birthday, Trilby. It's just like that. People are gonna be like, well, why are you making a whole episode just saying somebody's bad at something? That's not all this is. There is a point, because tattooing is a whole different ballgame. We are talking, she is violating health guidelines or maybe laws. I'm not sure. Tattoos are very serious. They have to be done. Like, it kind of looks like overkill when you're getting a tattoo. It's like, it feels like we're in Dexter, like you're wrapping the whole room, but you have to. Like, this is a really, really dangerous process where it's easy to get infected.
But what's she doing that is risking that?
Well, she is like using new needles with everyone. Like, that's not the issue.
I mean, I'd hope so.
But something that Marky pointed out that I had no idea of is that she does not cling wrap the armrest in which the person lays their arm to get the tattoo. And that's like super standard practice. Like, every time I have ever laid my hand on anything that I'm getting tattooed on, it is wrapped. And I'm talking even when I got my fucking tattoo done in my cousin's husband's house. Okay, he did this bird, he did a bunch of my tattoos, but he works at a shop and then he just did it also at home, and he wrapped everything. And that was his house. Like, we could have been like, whatever. But she says that she doesn't do it because she would go through a lot of cling wrap.
Stop it.
I swear.
You know, I would go through so much saran wrap if I wrap my table every single time. I do so many tattoos in a day that would be just ridiculous and unnecessary.
A lot of cling wrap.
What?
I swear.
Don't go to the dollar store. Like, what do you mean?
As a sourdough baker, that's one of the cheapest things you can buy. Cling wrap is so fucking cheap. I think that maybe she's gotten away with it, or maybe she hasn't infected someone. Maybe she has. I don't know her life. But when you hear stories or see, I actually just saw someone on TikTok talking about his infected tattoo, and he's like an influencer and like got one of his followers to get a free tattoo from this person too. And they both got infected because they got the tattoo on the same day. And I'm talking red, bumpy, crusty, blistering, horrendous. And that's just like something that hopefully will just heal. We're not even talking about like an illness that could be passed, you know, something more sinister. So whatever, she is potentially putting people at risk. I have to say, I don't think she means harm. She seems like she's passionate about tattooing, but tattooing is not like cutting someone's hair.
I was gonna say, I don't care if you're not following health codes.
I know.
Like, it's clearly not that important.
Well, and then also, I don't want to like spoil it, but the reason we're even talking about this and the reason why Marky talked about it is because her 11-year-old daughter is also tattooing people, which is absolutely illegal. Yeah, that's at the end, girly. So I just want to preface all of this by saying we're not just being haters, being like, ew, ugly tattoo. I mean, we are, but we will also get to the part where it's like, you are the tattoo bandit. Like, you need to be stopped and you need to be put out of practice. This is crazy. So anyway, back to Belle at the strip club, okay? Jeez, can we focus on anything? I'll just let her preface it.
I have this one that you sent me.
Yes.
And then I have one that I customly put together.
Customly.
Like, I guess like edited it together.
Okay.
So if you don't like it, be honest.
Okay.
Okay. That one.
I really love her. Actually, yes, I was so sold on the side profile, but she's really cute. Yeah. Yeah, I like this
You
one.
like this
Yeah.
one? Okay, cool.
Wait, I have to pause it because there's some copyright, I think. Oh God, look at the stencil. Just this, jump scare.
What? Oh my God, not the points. Like, it looks like she has like bad freckle tattoos.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
And there is Belle at the strip club. Thoughts?
Are those? Oh, no, I think it's the girl just has freckles, yeah?
Oh yeah. The only glitter is on the shorts and the shirt. The rest is
It
freckles.
kind of looks like Bella's hairy legs, but
First of all, Belle is a minor. I'm just going to point that out. The proportions, and that's something you're going to know a lot with her work, the proportions are wild. I mean, it literally is giving me when I draw because I can't figure out how does the head like match arms.
Well,
like that doesn't make sense to me.
in her defense, if it's like a cartoony, like, it's not that bad, but the feet.
You know what I've realized a lot with her work? It goes from like 3D to 2D real quick. Like it just like looks like something's like 3D and then it's like flat.
It's just like little...
And then just like a huge ass. Like this is just wild. And then her head is bigger than all of it.
The first thing I noticed was the feet, but then the second thing I noticed was the head is very large.
Exactly, because she superimposed the head. Like she did some amazing editing, but apparently she didn't like...
But again, like that, at least you could kind of overlook because like, it's a cartoon. Like sometimes cartoons have big heads, but the feet are weird.
Oh my God. Look at the chain. It just disappears under the collar. It just doesn't continue.
And also, Belle has tattoos.
Well, this is Belle at the strip club.
Also, the thing she's sitting on like curves upward.
It's horrible. Wonky. I'm telling you, anytime you look into her line work or too close to any sort of circles or anything
It's
like
kind
that.
of like when someone Facetunes and you can see how the wall is bending behind them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was Belle. We also have Ariel, so don't worry.
Big Disney princess
This
fan.
one is wild. If I got this tattoo, I'd be screaming, shitting, and vomiting.
Girlfriend, you already know how this works. Do me a favor. State your name and where you're from.
Alicia, Petal, Mississippi.
Mississippi. All right. What are the 3 subjects that you chose?
Undersea, Disney, and water. Oh, actually, I said artist choice.
Okay, artist choice. Do you like watercolor? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
well, just
Cool.
color.
Awesome, blossom.
Is that like her trying to like rig the system?
Yeah,
But
she's like 3
what else
subjects.
would you
Under
do?
the sea, Ariel, water.
Like, unless there's something from Atlantis. Like, I feel like that's pretty much your only option. What's happening with the green?
For those of you that didn't notice, this is going to be a lot of me just throwing up pictures for Lily to react to. So don't be surprised if there's just some awkward staring.
You know, I
Her
kind
hair.
of like, I needed
Her hair. It looks like a toddler got a marker and just like hard pressed it into skin. There is no dimension in that hair.
It's a cartoon!
I know, but even the cartoon has dimension to her hair, not just lines and like red. Like,
you know, honestly, the hair was not
the
what I
eyes.
looked at first. It was,
and like the lipstick looks smudged.
oh, I didn't even
On the
notice
corner?
that. There's some black smudging on her. She has like a little chunk taken out of her shoulder.
Yeah, it's sharp.
But no, my eyes actually immediately went to the leaf that has green just like leaking out of it.
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
What genuinely what's happening, and what's that blue splash behind her hair? Oh, is that water?
Yeah, water. Duh. Hello.
But that doesn't really make sense because isn't she underwater? There's bubbles next to her.
Sometimes she's outside of
It's
the water.
like I feel like she's like mixing two areas where it's like the one where she's on the rock outside of the water. That's like what the blue behind would be, but then it has like seaweed and a bubble, meaning that she's in the water.
So we'll put AI generated tattoo. It does look like an AI generated, because the eyes, you know, AI always fucks up the eyes. Well, another thing she specializes in, I'm just rapid firing this at this point, is cover-ups, because she really, really enjoys doing cover-ups. So this is one of the cover-ups that she did. She didn't do this. This is what she's covering up.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It spells resilient. Is that spelled right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like it was done in someone's basement. I feel so bad for this girl, but obviously she wanted it covered up. So this was her cover up where you can clearly still see resilient. Do you still read it?
I was distracted by, are these flowers?
Yeah, they're flowers. Well, some are flowers.
It kind of looks like,
is that a table? I don't know. A hat?
the middle of the flower.
Wait, is
like
that a hat? Like a
lobster tail.
leprechaun hat on the bottom?
Oh, it's Alice in Wonderland because the cat is up at the top. But also, one, you can definitely still see the letters. But two, doesn't the middle of the flower look kind of like a lobster tail?
The middle of the flower. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like when it's about to, like, after you, like, cook it.
I mean, okay, you can obviously say there's a lot of things wrong with this tattoo, but the worst part is you can fucking see the original. Like, she tried to play it off like the lines were gonna blend into the flowers.
Why
but
wouldn't you
it
just
was
make
such a dark...
the lines of the flower thicker or something? Like,
I don't know. But she only charges $160 for this, which
a big
I know
tattoo.
you don't have tattoos, but like, yeah, those would cost a lot more.
that's why I don't have tattoos, though, is because they're expensive.
But she explains why she does cover-ups for so cheap.
What I just now watched on TikTok is a video of a woman who's offering $160 cover-ups. That's... A cover-up should cost you way more than $160 because...
They really should, but not with me, my guy. I love to do cover-ups. I love the challenge. I have done so many cover-ups and have advertised it. So I have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in my inbox saying, help, Ariel, help. I have yet, out of all the messages that I receive, I have yet to find a cover-up tattoo that I am not willing to take on.
That's not something to brag about.
Ariel, it is so dark. It is so big. No artist will touch it. And I'm like, let me see a picture. They show me the picture of it and I'm like, $160, please. Easy peasy. Call me crazy, or maybe I just love to tattoo. I don't know. Maybe I love the challenge. I am a Capricorn. But I don't mean to step on any toes by only charging $160 for my cover-ups. That's just what I do.
She's just giving the price for the quality of work that she's giving.
Yeah, it's giving like veneer tech. Like, oh, why would you need to pay a dentist all this money for what? I'll do it. And I showed Lily, we were going to cover this and then we thought this interview was fake. But there was this one veneer tech that was getting interviewed for something. And she literally said the sentence like, what was it? Like, as
long as they have a couple
there's no mouth I won't touch, essentially. That's the problem.
Literally, it was like, there's no mouth I won't touch. Like, as long as they have a couple teeth.
So, yeah, she's known for working fast, being super cheap. Oh, there's another TikTok, actually, of why she charges so little.
Oh, God, there's a freehand feather. I can't imagine that went well.
I will actually show you the freehand feather since you pointed it out, because I just stumbled across this, and I was like, wow, you amaze me.
What's up, you guys? It's Ariel.
It's wrapped.
I know, sometimes it has been wrapped, but she's been called out for it not being wrapped.
If she was like willing to splurge that week.
When she has cling wrap on hand, I suppose. That's how it's supposed to be, though. It's supposed to be wrapped.
What's up, you guys? It's Ariel de Jesus Short, blindfold tattoo artist, and today is a
Oh my god! Is this isn't sped up?
No, that's not sped up. That's how she tattoos.
I just threw a line on her arm, just like a wiggle line. I believe
Look how crooked that is.
A 9-liner.
Oh my god. No.
She's like,
no.
I'll just do this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this.
Easier for you to probably like
just watch the video. But I'm making little wispies, like little, like...
Not the spider.
Like the feathers... end of the feather, you know, where there's like little tiny
look how like what are we doing?
And then here I'm adding.
You're like, I don't know how it's supposed to look, but not like that.
Cry. What's going on?
Once again, I don't know how to explain how I do it. You're just
I can imagine.
This video
I'm
is
just kind of
also
vibing
in real time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're stuck with me for 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes to freehand a feather? Feathers are no, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, she's like she's a big, like, I don't know how to describe her, but like a line MacGyver. Like, when she doesn't know what to do, she just throws a lot of lines in there, which gets her in trouble because there's a lot of inconsistencies in a lot of her work, where it'll be like, where'd this line even go to? I don't know.
The Ariel one, the eye, like, didn't close.
So we jump to the shading. It's a little alarming. I'm hoping this is all just smudged because she hasn't washed it off. No, it just looks like that. Got it. Okay. Well, it's watercolor. It's very avant-garde.
Is that blue from the other tattoo? Or
on the right. Let me see if it gets wiped.
Yeah.
See.
What?
I don't know, Lily. I think it just lives there now.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that
type of tattoo
technique.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's putting it nicely. I actually have a watercolor tattoo. I'll put a picture of it up. It is my most complimented tattoo because it has no line work. Like, it's just, you know, colors and it's a dove. But this is something.
My problem is that these just look like they were supposed to be colored in, but then they weren't.
Not the comments turned off. I wonder why. People are like, can you not do a tutorial, please, for the love of fucking God?
Wait, speaking of comments being turned off when I was pulling
Adriel.
Sorry, a quick tangent. No, I mean, those are off. But no, when I was pulling the Harrison Butker speech,
Lily didn't let me put in the title Harrison Butt Cheeks. I really wanted to title it that. And when I saw you didn't, I was like, oh.
We also didn't talk about one that he referenced Taylor Swift.
I didn't know that. Guys, don't worry. Our researcher is hopefully starting this week. We are trying our best, but we obviously fall short a lot. So this girl's going to come and slay it.
And also, we watch it on like our monitor, how it's set up. And like, I don't know if we were watching it full screen or I just didn't notice that he was wearing a cheetah tie.
No. It's not because of how we were watching it. A lot of people didn't realize until it was called out on TikTok because the tie's so tiny. But you know what, Queen? You better work. Like, you better fucking slay and eat the house boots down.
I'm like, not to keep going on this tangent, but the last thing I'll say is I saw some interesting TikToks that were like, this you?
Something about college, sleeping in a dorm room
cheerleader
with a man.
Yeah. If you look through his Instagram, there's no pictures of his wife. Interesting.
But yeah, you know, at least he keeps a little part of himself in his tie. I love that for him. Before we continue, we really quickly want to thank today's sponsor, and that's ZocDoc.
If you're unfamiliar, that means you do not watch our podcast very often, and that's a little upsetting, but I'll tell you what it is anyway. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments online.
And once you find the doctor that you want, which by the way are filtered amazingly, you can search the type of doctor you want, or if you don't know what type of doctor it is, you can search in
the condition.
The condition, yeah. So it's really, really helpful. But once you do find the doctor that you want, you can book them immediately. No more waiting awkwardly on hold to speak to someone or not speak to someone. You never know.
I would rather not speak to anyone, but that's why this is amazing, because it just gives you their schedule. You just get to click whatever slot works for you and you're good to go. And when you search, you can also filter your insurance so you know like who's going to cover you, because, you know, health is expensive.
And the typical wait time to see a doctor that you book through ZocDoc is just 24 to 72 hours, which is amazing because most people are like 3 months out. So if you guys want to try ZocDoc for yourself, you can go to ZocDoc.com/GWKT and download the ZocDoc app for free. And then you can find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/DWKT, ZocDoc.com/DWKT.
Thank you so much to ZocDoc for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast. Anyway, back to tattoos. This is a tattoo that she got flamed for on TikTok because you remember Wednesday Addams, how it was like the whole, not Olivia Rodrigo. What is the name of the girl?
Why am I blanking on her name? I like her.
The girl who played Wednesday Addams.
No, I absolutely, no, that's gonna bug me.
I swear right now, all that's in my mind is Olivia Culpo. I'm like, Culpo sisters, get out of my head. Leave me alone. I don't even know you.
Jenna Ortega.
Man, we were way off. I thought her name was Olivia something, but okay, Jenna Ortega. Like,
we were way off?
Yeah, girl, we were way off. So when Wednesday Addams was super popular, people were getting tattoos, and this was one of the ones that she did. So this is the inspo picture on the left. The biggest thing people had an issue with was the nose. She used one of the hair strands to become the nose. Do you see that?
Yeah.
It looks like one of the hair strands is her nose. And then the fingers.
It doesn't Well, and also the lips. It's like the way she shaded it makes it look like those are teeth almost.
Yeah, and oh yeah, I see what you mean. The glitter, I would say, is one of her better glitter works.
Yeah, the glitter actually doesn't look bad. Way to find the positive here.
But I have to say, like, the original already has long fingers. Like, you didn't need to make them longer, and she did.
It's giving like Yzma. Also, the hand on her head kind of looks like a banana peel.
I feel so bad because these are like actual people that have this and they're walking amongst us. And I'm so sorry, kings and queens. Like, you didn't deserve this. But that's why she's the tattoo bandit.
But I will say, you learned your lesson. Maybe don't get a $160 tattoo.
I know. There was one girl that got blind tattooed by Ariel. She says she had a less than thrilling experience. So this is what was her expectation versus reality. And it says, don't go to Ariel de Jesus in Fort Worth. So I guess this is her when she got it covered up. That's allegedly Ariel.
Oh my God.
That's allegedly Ariel.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I cannot confirm or deny, but this woman swears in the comments. She says, she is awful. I love that she gave back to the homeless because I think she gives people free tattoos. By the way, also she takes trades. Like, you can give her like an Xbox and she'll give you a tattoo. Anyway, that's besides the point.
That is so alarming.
You just bring a chicken. You're like, here, can I have a tattoo? Like, I have a goat. Can I get a full body tat? Every time I think of trading, I think of animal trading, and it's very funny. But no, she takes like electronics and stuff. Anyway, and then she says, and really thought she was quote unquote Christian with her slogan, tattooing for Christ. What a joke. Someone asked so many questions. Was this a blindfold gimmick she does? What did you ask for? Did she say this was finished? As a tattooer, I'm so confused. And the woman replied, yes, blindfold. I asked for UV, floral, and one other. This was the finished product. What's one other?
Oh, I was gonna say, what's UV?
UV ink is not safe. Oh, I guess it's a type of ink.
It looks like it is drawn on with a marker that was running out of ink.
I know. I feel like normally she puts more lines in things, so I am doubtful that this is real. But
well, yeah, she was pressing so hard in the other ones.
I know.
This one, it seemed like she was maybe a little more hesitant with her strokes.
I do find it weird, though, that someone would be like, Ariel in Fort Worth, Texas did this and she botched me. You know what I mean? Like, why would... I don't know. But... anyway.
The only thing it would be that, like, it was almost like she was doing a parody and she just drew that on with marker and that's why it looks like that.
Yeah.
I have to ask, you have something that says timeless. Is that a typo or did she spell wrong?
She spelled wrong.
Shut up.
This is her tattoo and there it is. Timeless. Tineless.
So you could say she spelled it wrong or that it's very poor cursive.
Okay, but that can't be an M. I know what you mean, that like there is technically two arches, but not in cursive. That would be an N.
That's what I said, or it's very poor cursive. You know, I remember in 3rd grade, we had a rule that was like only some people were allowed to do their work in cursive. I was, because I really neat handwriting and I was good at it.
Of course you did.
But our teacher would be like, no, only these people are allowed to do it, because she's like, I can't read anything these kids are writing.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have been able to in 3rd grade.
No, definitely not.
Or as an adult.
Look at the T, too. That T is fucked. Oh my God, I just realized, I'm so sorry to our listeners. Please come to YouTube for this episode. You need to see. I'm sorry. You just have to.
There's no way to verbally describe these and do them justice. I have a few things. First of all, the L in timeless is poking out of like the ribbon it's on. So it kind of looks like that's a T. Yeah. And it's like thicker around where the cross would be. So that's a choice. Then also, what's going on between what are the numbers?
I'm not sure.
Was there 5?
Okay, are you familiar with Roman numerals?
Yeah.
Are these the correct ones?
I'm looking now. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay, because I think these are not. Definitely goes from 1 to 2 to...
The 3 kind of looks like there's a V in it, but I think it's just a bad 3. Yeah, they're all right.
Really? Marky said that it was like
well.
going from like 1 to 5 to 13 or something. He said it was like way off. Is it not?
No.
Oh. All right, well, not as debunky.
No, but
Marky.
I mean, the 3 kind of looks like it says IV though instead of 3.
Right.
So that would be like 4.
Well, anyway.
But
that was a fun little tidbit.
look at me using my Roman numeral knowledge.
Oh, this is just another one that I thought was interesting.
Looks like army. It's just like camo.
Right? Yeah, it's supposed to be obviously the rose from Belle, but then the more you look into it, again, it's her shoddy like line work. There's no other way to describe it, but like wobbly as fuck, crooked. I don't know.
Yeah,
not
and
even.
then I guess it's supposed to be like the stained glass windows.
Right. I'm telling you, it's giving coloring book.
It's giving didn't color inside the lines.
Exactly. Okay, so this is her explaining why tattoos should not cost a lot. They just shouldn't.
Great. Can't wait.
This is her responding to a comment that says, stop it, because I just paid for my thigh to get the same tattoo almost and paid the $1,000. This makes me so sad. So like I said, she does huge pieces, huge thigh and back pieces in like 2 seconds.
I'm so sick and tired of people affiliating tattoos with expensive and time consuming. I'm here to tell you that tattoos don't have to be that way. This tattoo that you commented on took me an hour and a half. This whole fucking tattoo from thigh all the way down to her ankle. And I only charged her $400 because I was able to get it done easily in an hour and a half.
Ma'am,
Like, it's not a red flag to you that you get it done so much easier than everyone. It's kind of like when I would take a test in algebra and I was done before everyone. I was like, why are you guys so dumb? And then I have an F in algebra and I had to take summer school.
I was gonna say, and then you realize you didn't do the back half of the test.
Like, you have to wonder why something takes you a lot less time than everyone else. And we're not talking like one studio. We're talking like the general population of tattoo artists disagree with you.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. This isn't like a new niche career that people are just getting into. And you're like, no, these people don't, no. For years, like this entire industry, people are all just, they're just scammers.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know.
Baby, that your tattoo artist and a lot of tattoo artists milk the clock, milk your dollars. They'll tell you your tattoo is one price, and then at the end of the session, it'll magically
That's
be
never
another
happened to me.
price.
That happens, but that's not like the norm.
No.
That's like tattoo gates 1 through 3.
Right, exactly. That has never happened to me.
I'm sorry that my video made you sad, but it should make you super, super happy that you have a future reference to me without having to spend $1,000. I love what I do, and I'm not going to charge $1,000 to do it.
I feel like that implication is so annoying to tattoo artists who just take their time and value their work and know that someone's going to live forever with their work on their body.
Yeah, God forbid you be kind of careful.
Yeah,
when
she's
you're
like, no, you
tattooing
just
something
don't love
permanent on
what you
someone's body.
do. Like, I charge dirt cheap for something because I love to do it.
I do find it interesting that she still seems to be so available with these competitive prices.
Dude, I don't know though, because when you watch her like day in a life and she's showing how many people, she'll tattoo like 8 or 9 people a day.
Oh my God.
Sometimes more. And we're not talking tiny little, like, you know, because I know if you're in a shop or something, you make a lot
like
of
full
little
like back
things.
pieces or like
huge things that would take any artist all day. She does like 8 or 9 of them in a day. So yeah, she's available because she's like taking anybody and everybody and accepting all cover-ups. But anyway, the most egregious thing out of all of this
is that she lets her 11-year-old tattoo.
Yeah.
Is she better than her though? Probably.
You know what? She's probably right on the same level.
As is Natalie De Jesus, your 11-year-old tattoo artist.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it just goes on to show her tattooing on a real person. This is not her dad. Like, she has shown her like tattooing her dad and stuff like that. But this is real clients. And I did a little bit of digging and I was like, wait, but is it like friends of hers, or you know what I mean? Like, what's the situation? Like, which even then,
people that would not like press charges or something.
Yeah, or like tell someone like, hey, they're violating child labor laws. I don't know, just one of those things.
I feel like I've seen a kid tattooer before. Is there no way that it could be
not if you're making money? Well, here's the thing. I just feel like if you're working and you're 11, that's not legal. Like, if you're taking appointments for yourself, which she's taking appointments for her daughter, that's not legal. And another thing is like, I understand, believe me, like my dad's a fucking technician for a phone company and I wanted to tag along with him at work. Like, I wanted to see everything he did when I was that age. I understand that, but maybe get her like some pig skin or whatever the fuck people practice on. Like, why are you doing this?
Well, because I know I've seen something about a kid tattoo artist before and I just Googled it. And 2 of the videos that pop up right away are from last year. And one is a 7-year-old boy inks tattoo on father. Okay, well, that's father's leg. So maybe he's not doing it on customers.
Right.
But then another one says an 8-year-old tattoo artist is making a name for herself. And it's a news station that covered it.
What the fuck?
Then there's one where it's like this 12-year-old tattoo prodigy, world's youngest tattoo artist.
Really? I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you're just passionate about it and you're practicing and maybe doing it on family, that's a separate thing. But I did some digging and no, she still is tattooing.
Your daughter stopped tattooing? Absolutely not. How do you set an appointment?
Just email.
Just email. Now, she does go to school and church and all those good things. She has a lot of things to do. She's very committed. So she's not tattooing a lot. She's only 12. She just turned 12. So
12.
She only does it when she feels like it, which I think is totally fine. So if you want to, you just send an email. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Also, someone called the health department on us again, and they came by and was talking about Natalie, and this is what they had to say.
It says you have to be 18 to get a tattoo.
Okay.
And nowhere in the rule is it written that you have to be 18 to give somebody a tattoo.
Okay.
So if it's not written, it's not a violation.
Okay.
So, you know.
So what they're saying is that someone here is piercing that's under.
No, that somebody's tattooing that. I was like, how did it end up over there? I'm like,
Good managers always keep a good pin on them.
like
Wait.
So he just said that it's not written down and it's not like legally binding that you can't.
Okay.
It said you have to be 18 to get a tattoo, not to give one.
No. Yes, that is what he said, but he's the health department. So I guess they called the health department being like, there's a kid tattooing, like if they're just running around with a gun, like stabbing people. But what's actually happening, in my opinion, is that they're breaking child labor laws. She's setting appointments for her child.
No, but she said the daughter's setting her own appointments.
Yeah, but she can't work. She's 12. Like, you can't legally work. You're not gonna take clients in a studio that's a legal studio.
But if she's not working for her mom, if she's just taking the money straight, it's like a lemonade stand.
Except it's fucking tattoos. That doesn't make sense to me.
Child labor laws would only apply if she was working for someone else.
Someone said there isn't a rule because it's common sense. That's literally so illegal. And then someone responded, I'm pretty sure her daughter doesn't have bloodborne pathogen training required by Texas law. So that's a whole, like, you need to know about when you're tattooing.
Even the lip girl had that, supposedly.
And then someone replied, yeah, I'm a licensed tattoo artist and I know can't even touch a machine until you're 18. I mean, she's fucking 12. She shouldn't be tattooing clients because I just feel like on a common sense level, okay? Let's say fuck all the laws.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm really not seeing any laws.
I'm not gonna have my child in my studio tattooing people because it is such a fucking liability. Just in general. It's already a liability that she doesn't fucking cling wrap half of the things that she tattoos on. I don't know. That just seems insane to me.
Yeah, no, it's wild that that's not a law. Because everything that's coming up is about you can't give a tattoo to a minor.
Just so stupid. It's like, well, it's not written, so we're all just gonna ignore the fact that a child's tattooing because, oops, we forgot to write that specific thing down.
It says typical age requirement must be 18, but I don't feel like that's
binding.
Enforced.
Well, I also think that laws can be really dumb and stuff, but I feel like it's common sense. Like, let your daughter, if she really wants to, practice on as much fake skin or family members that will allow it and not sue you. Not to mention, you know what one of the scariest parts of it is? She is actively seeking out people on TikTok to book appointments with her 12-year-old daughter. That to me is more concerning because it's like, do you know TikTok? Are you aware of this platform?
You do kind of have to ask, like, who would be like, yeah, that's
her clients. Her clients let her tattoo her with a blindfold.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like if anyone, aside from like the health code violation things and like not knowing the bloodborne pathogen or whatever, like what's the worst that's going to happen? They don't like it. You got a tattoo by a 12-year-old.
Or you get a disease. Or it gets infected.
That's why I said that part aside. If it's
that's
just about like, I agree. But, you know, I don't know. Interesting choice for the people that are getting the tattoo by a 12-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been wanting to talk about this lady for a while. I do think some of her tattoos are pretty good. I don't think all of the tattoos she's ever done are horrendous. I just think enough of them.
But I certainly don't think they're good enough that she needs to be shitting on other tattoo artists for taking too much time.
Absolutely not. And this is why I think she should be dubbed the Tattoo Bandit, because if you're not only giving, like, you know, poorly done tattoos on freehand feathers, you're teaching your 12-year-old daughter to do this on random people. Like, that's
you're
bandit
passing
behavior.
On the poor skills.
Yeah. This is scary. But anyway, that's the end of my topic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I've been wanting to talk about that for a while. I'll be keeping my eye on Ariel de Jesus. That's for sure.
Maybe we should send her some cling wrap. Before we go any further, we have a word from our second sponsor, Lumi.
Lumi is a whole body deodorant that is safe to use on your entire body. Yeah, we're talking pits, but we're also talking butt crack and other places.
And they have them in all different forms. There's creams, there's stick deodorant, there's wipes. Those are our favorite.
And Lumi's not meant to just cover up your odor. I feel like a lot of people put deodorant once they're already a little stanky, you know? Lumi's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours.
And if you don't know what to get, the Lumi starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash or the deodorant wipes, and you get free shipping.
And as a special offer for our listeners, you guys can get 15% off all of Lumi products. And if you combine that 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off of their starter pack.
Again, that's the code DOWEKNOW for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. That's DOWEKNOW at LUMEDEODORANT.com.
Thank you so much to Lumi for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
Sorry, I had to get a fresh Truly, and it's a my hands
Small
grew in the
boy.
break. Anyway, so sorry we're not gonna rush through this per se, but we're gonna kind of rush through this because it's hot and it's getting late.
And also, this is an old topic, so I feel like we can compress it in a way that's like
We're gonna toss to some background clips.
yeah, and we're also gonna like get to the good parts, you know, because that's what we all care about.
Yes, we're gonna talk about the more recent thing because it's been going on, like the entire thing started a long time ago. If you're not familiar, this is about something called the Trade Me Project, and I feel like everyone's heard of it in some capacity. I don't know if I had ever seen the clips and stuff before, but basically it was the girl that did the trade challenge thing where she started with a bobby pin and traded her way up to a house. Then she decided that she was gonna like make this a thing, and I think that's when she started like the Trade Me Project. Her goal was to renovate the house and then trade it to someone for a bobby pin. So it's like very full circle.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought she was just giving the house away.
Well, I mean, she did, and then she just asks for a bobby pin.
Oh, she got a bobby pin.
And she doesn't do it to just like anyone that submitted a thing. It was like someone that needs the house she wanted to give it to. I don't know if you would consider it a not-profit. I don't know the logistics around it, but she went on Ellen. Ellen gave her like
is Ellen still kicking? Not in life, but on the show?
It was like the show, no. the show went to shit.
But she's alive.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, she went on Ellen. Ellen gave her like, I was gonna say money, but I think Ellen just gave her 2 tickets to like the final season of her show, which is like,
oh hell no, I'd be so fucking pissed.
You need somebody that's going to send you a bobby pin. You're going to send me this bobby pin, and I am going to trade you VIP tickets for 2 people to come to my farewell season.
Oh. It's like, unless it was what does she do, the giveaway? Or was that Oprah?
No, that's Oprah. Oh, I used to live for that.
Yeah, I was like, that would make sense, because those are like some lucrative seats. But this, of course, that's what Ellen gave. But
she's like, your gift is me.
Okay, so she goes on the Ellen show and she announces she's going to trade the house for a bobby pin. And here's a quick video where she like describes and shows her giving it away to the girl that was the winner.
Here's the story of how I gave away the house.
And I'm here to tell you that the house is yours. There's no way.
Yes. Let me get you guys up to speed on what's happened. I read over 2,000 emails from everyone who wanted to trade for the Trade Me Project house. One email really stood out to me. Now I am driving to Pennsylvania to surprise her to let her know that she is the new owner of the house. So we're standing in an alley right outside of her house.
That's a little creepy, but period.
I'm going to tell her that there's a package outside, and then we're going to walk around the corner. And
there's a caption. She thought she was in the running for the top 50.
Hello. Hi, is this Shay?
Yes, it is.
This is Demi from Trade Me Project. How are you?
What? How are you doing?
Oh, great. Did you, by chance, get a package that I mailed? Hi! Oh! We're here! Hi! We came all the way here because I felt like I wanted to see you in person. And I'm here to tell you that the house is yours.
There's no way.
Yes, it's yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is so unreal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a whole house. And like no rent, no mortgage, no nothing. After the surprise, Shay and I hung out, got pizza, and then made the trade. Shay is an absolutely incredible person. To hear her entire story, go to part 2.
Hey, that's a
now
pack of bobby pins. Oh, it's just one.
No, there's only one. This girl seems like such a ray of sunshine, like wants to spread goodness and like give this girl a house. And she says like, Shay is such an incredible girl, blah, blah. Well, she got a little backlash for choosing this girl, Shay, because Shay is in high school.
Is she really in high school? I knew she was young, but I didn't know.
Or she was like about to graduate high schoolers. Yeah, she actually, oh my God, she was about to graduate because, sorry, I pulled all of these links like 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of refreshing my memory. She, at the time, I believe, was still in high school because then I saw a clip where the girl's name is Demi. She went to her graduation. Like, it seemed like they like really like hit it off and it was like they had a sweet little relationship going, and she shows she goes to her graduation.
So a few months ago, I drove to Pennsylvania to let Shay know that she was the winner of the Trade Me Project house.
There's no way.
Yeah. After we had lunch together, she asked me if in June I would come to her high school graduation. It is now June, and
what the fuck?
We are driving to Shay's high school graduation. We made it to Pennsylvania, and now we're waiting on Shay to grab a graduation dinner to celebrate and then watch her graduate.
Once we met up with Shay, we had dinner, took a few graduation photos, and then headed to graduation. We made it!
She's doing it.
I couldn't be prouder to know Shay and to be there for her when she graduated. To help her accomplish her dream of being able to afford college, I've linked her college fund below. Thank you so much to everyone who's made this possible.
So she has not only been there and supported her in person, because I think maybe she doesn't have any parents, and that maybe is why she needs the house.
But from my understanding, I know how the story turns out, so forgive me. But I will say that is very strange that a high school student, or, now graduated, would want to move far away, because she said she had to drive all the way to her. So how far are they from the house?
I don't know, but I think that's the whole thing, is that there was like extenuating circumstances that made her like want the house for whatever reason. I don't know all the details.
Because she probably wanted a house and needed a house, but you need a house close to you.
Well, yes. But that aside, I want to focus on the fact that this poor lady is like supporting her, being like her surrogate mom here, and like going to her graduation, but then also linking her college fund, saying how proud she is of her, and wait till you find out how she repays her. Leading up to this, like the renovating is happening still. At some point, like she even has sponsors giving Shay money.
Now that Shay has officially gotten the house, I have one more big surprise left. Throughout our renovation journey, Shutterfly and Spoonflower have been there to give us tons of things to make the house feel more like home. But this surprise is our biggest yet. After Shay explored the house, I let her know that there was one big package left to open. Have you opened the box yet?
Here we go. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
It's a giant check for $10,000.
Holy shit.
Gosh. This is crazy. This is just
Shay will now have
crazy.
$10,000 to start her new life in Tennessee. I couldn't be more thankful to Shutterfly, Spoonflower.
Oh shit, I didn't know this.
Yeah. So she got her, God knows how much money from linking her college fund, which I don't know if people donated, but I'm assuming they probably did. Then she gave her 10 grand. I mean, she didn't give it, Shutterfly did, but like still she facilitated it. And then she also gave her support, went to her graduation, tells everyone how proud, like argued with people saying like, no, you don't understand. Like you don't know her. Like
she said she read over 3,000 emails. That's insane.
2,000, yeah.
Oh, I mean, regardless, like obviously she felt like Shay deserved it. That makes this all insane.
Hello, Lynn's Ann. I never reply to these kinds of comments, but I've seen a few of them similar to this, so I felt like I needed to reply. You're never allowed to speculate or to pass judgment on someone else's situation. And just because someone is in high school or just because they're anything, you are not allowed to judge their situation and say it's not as bad or not as good, because it's not your life and you don't know. And in these moments where somebody gets something really awesome like a house, it's just so negative to come back and say that they were not deserving of this because you just don't know their situation. So that's it. This person really deserves the house, and that's all that should matter.
So then after, I guess, I don't know how much time goes on. Let's look here. This was July of 2022. Oh, and actually, I don't know when this next one was because it's deleted now. But Shay, out of nowhere, I guess, like no one had heard anything about the house and like no one had posted anything in a long time. And then Shay posts this. The caption on the screen says, "When I literally won a house from a TikToker, but then was later banned from the property." And it's like her looking sad, and it shows like her moving in and just her like shaking her head and disappointment.
And showing a welcome home sign, but it's like, but I'm not welcome home.
Yeah, it's literally like a 15-second video.
This is so not appropriate to do in this situation. Like once we find out now everything that happened, for her to just be like, let me just do a quick little TikTok. It's so nasty that people eat that up. And they did originally.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I was going to say, and how we've talked about before, how people will just like jump onto something and be like, yeah, fuck that person. And then you find out that there's like another
Listen, I'm not going to say it's never happened to us. All right.
We're guilty. Yes.
Yeah.
But this one specifically, people were like, what the fuck? The Trade Me Project is fraud.
A sham.
And like,
yeah. Because imagine your whole thing is, I just want to give this house away to someone that's deserving. And then you take it away.
And then you ban them
like
from
a villain.
it. Yeah, exactly. But it turns out there's some missing context there that Shay decided she was gonna leave out. And Demi posts this video, and I feel so bad for her because she genuinely seems like she was just trying so hard to do what she thought was a good thing. And then, as Jesse said earlier, this is old, but a month ago, it looks like. And it's Demi from the Trade Me Project account saying, setting the record straight.
In the last 24 hours, you might have seen this video. In order to protect Shay, I had decided not to post anything about this entire situation, but now it's time to come with the receipts. It's going to be a long one, so here we go. On January 25th, 2022, Shay moved into the house. She brought her boyfriend, her boyfriend's mom, and all of her animals. Everything seemed great. She sent me a video. It looked perfect. We had an Amazon wish list put up, and you guys were sending tons of packages to her.
Oh my God, that's a whole separate thing.
July 31st, 2022, so a little bit more than a month later, I got this strange message from somebody that lived next door saying that there were tons of packages outside in the rain. When I messaged Shay about it that same day, she said, quote, "I'm trying to find a flight back to Clarksville." You can pause to read that.
So Demi texts her and says, when do you get back to Clarksville? And she said, somebody just Facebooked me and said there's so many packages outside. And as you heard, those are from her Amazon wish list that people are sending her stuff, trying to help her as well.
And I'm guessing that that Amazon wish list wasn't randomly generated. She definitely had like a hand in it and being like, I want this stuff.
And it's not even that she scammed. She just never went and got it. So then I guess, I don't know how much later she responds, but she says, oh my gosh, I'm not sure how I missed this text. I'm like, heard that one before.
Not from me.
I wasn't even implying that, but yeah, if the shoe fits. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure how I missed this text. Well, I'm trying to get back to Clarksville right now, actually, ha ha ha, but I can't find a flight.
Have you tried Expedia? Like, have you tried going online?
Trivago, perhaps.
Not Trivago.
So, and then Demi likes it and then responds the next day and says, no worries at all. I actually had someone pick up the packages and we'll bring them back when you get back. Heart.
An angel.
Of course she did. And then Shay hearts that.
So I immediately posted to Instagram trying to find somebody who would take all the packages and put them in the shed in the back just to keep them safe until she got back. So after I posted to Instagram, I found Natasha, who lives in the area and was totally willing to keep everything safe at her house. But this is where things really start to go downhill. From July 31st, I continued to message Shay that we had her packages and that we were looking for her to return to.
Demi texts her again. It looks like it's 10 days later and says, hi. You home if this lady drops off the packages? Assuming that she would have found a flight in the last 10 days. And she goes, hi. Sorry I didn't answer. I only have Wi-Fi sometimes. I guess maybe she FaceTimed her or called her or something. But tomorrow should be good. Just let me know what time. And then the next day she says, hey, no worries. A lot of double...
Yeah, hey,
double greetings.
Hi.
Hey, no worries. Are you home now? And then she does not respond.
Turn to Clarksville to get them, and I'll look at the dates. From then, August 9th, August 12th, August 13th, August 15th, August 16th, August 18th, August 19th, August 24th, August 27th, and into September.
September, she messages her, says, hi, wanted to check in on you. And she goes, hi, everything is okay. I guess moving to another state is not as easy as I thought it was. I'm honestly trying to manage it. I'm super excited to finally get down there and settle down. And Demi says, oh, I totally understand. It's a lot. How are things in PA? And then she says, it's scary. Haha. Things are, I don't know. I cannot wait to get out of here. I wish I could just take off in a plane, but I can't with Tank.
Her dog, I'm guessing.
Dog or one of her cats or something. Yeah. And then Demi, of course, goes, also, how are you? She says, good, how are you? And then she goes, also, now this has been over a month. This is September 17th. Great, so what do you think you're going to do about the house? We've got a lady holding all the packages, but she needs to put them somewhere. I'm just wondering if you think you'll ever go back there. Because I think at this point, she's probably like, okay, well, if you're not going to take the house, let me give it to someone else.
Right.
On September 27th, it had been almost 2 months of storing Shay's packages with no sense that she would return, so we decided, Natasha and I, to donate all of the packages to Goodwill. On October 6th, 2022, it had been 4 months since she had been at the house, and I asked her if she had ever planned to return.
So she says, I'm wondering if you think you'll ever move into the house. I've been managing the lawn, mail, etc., but I've been thinking that if in the next few months you don't see that you'll use it, I might try and let someone else move in who will really love it. Let me know what you think, but I just really love to change someone's life that would love it and live there.
Right.
And then she says, I mean, I definitely plan on moving. I know this is all a confusion mess. I'm really trying. I really am. So, you know, I booked booked a flight and then I don't even know what happened. I just chickened out and canceled it last minute because I was scared and tried to prolong it a little more. I'm trying to get into my license. Honestly, that's why I fear moving. I didn't take it into consideration that I still have something on...
Some of this is cut off because of Instagram.
Yeah, like still have something on buses or taking Ubers every single day.
My question is...
So I guess she's talking about her driver's license.
If she's someone that needs a house, obviously, and I mean, she's a high school student, so she's definitely not in a financial position, especially if her parents, you know, she doesn't have her parents, that type of thing, to book a flight, that's already an expensive thing, let alone cancel a flight. Because if you book an economy flight, let me tell you something, when you try to cancel, they take a big fat shit in your face. They do not give a fuck. Even if you
have the insurance, like, have you ever had that where it's like...
I have never accepted that insurance a day in my life.
I did one time because I booked a flight when my back was really bad and I ended up not being able to go. And they want a doctor's note. And I'm like, I don't fucking have a doctor's note. I don't have a doctor's note for a muscle spasm. Like, are you, what? They never refunded my flight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Airlines are the menaces of our society. So I just don't understand. Like, I don't feel like she booked a flight is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, probably not. But I mean, she did have $10,000 that they gave her. So
dude, that is a whole crazy element to it. Cause it's like, you cash that check, I'm sure. So hello? And all the college money.
I'm sure Adrielle would have made 10K work for the move.
I don't know. I don't know about that. She needs at least 30K.
I was like, 10K wasn't enough. It was 30K. Maybe she could have done it. Yeah, no, she probably never booked the flight. That's like her trying to
save face and just like make sure that she still has the house.
And so the crazy thing is, it's like, okay, well, do you, like, from Demi's perspective, is she like, okay, well, is she not moving in because she like can't get her shit together, or because like she doesn't want to, or, well, come to find, there's another reason.
House, and I asked her if she had ever planned to return. And I'll actually look over and read this directly because this is like a little bit heartbreaking. So she told me she was a bit overwhelmed, which I completely understood by the situation, and that she had gone back to Pennsylvania. Totally fine. So I replied, oh my gosh, I totally get it. That seems so reasonable. Either way, I'm so proud of you and you'll figure it out. In the meantime, I don't mind managing everything that comes up. I'll have the grass cut for the next year.
Backing up for a sec. So the message from Shay says, so I know it may not seem like it, but truly you did not only change one girl's life, but you also changed a dog's life. And one day I want to do the same for another person by passing down the house to somebody who really needs it. So yeah, I'm truly sorry for avoiding this question because I'm just so scared and currently creating a plan. I really hope what I said makes sense to you and that you understand.
How did she save a dog's life if... Maybe with the $10,000.
No, who knows?
Here, I just want to make sure you're okay, and that if you need anything, you can get it. You can pause to read that.
So she basically offers to like keep taking care of the house and like take your time, figure out your stuff.
On January 12th, 2023, so about 6 months later, I again messaged her, this time saying I needed to transfer everything into her name. And on January 24th, 2023, she replied that she needed to think about it. She was sorry about all the poor communication. So I continued to let all of this go. Pause to read that. We talked February, March, April, May, all the way through August. She continued to say that she was moving back in. We were giving her time, but she never moved back in. So August 13th, 2023, I actually went down to Clarksville to see what was happening with this house. She hadn't been there in 14 months. And this is where things get insane. We got to the house and the house was completely ruined. Everything inside, but essentially there was pee on the ground, all of the garbage that had been used in the month that she was...
She doesn't specify that. I'm hoping that means dog pee.
Lily obviously means dog pee. She just took a fat piss on the floor, like,
like, oh god. No, but yeah, if you're listening, which this has been a terrible episode.
Sorry about this.
I'm sure. Yeah. But she's showing like a walkthrough of the house just like trashed.
It was there. Was jammed into closets, so you can imagine what it looks like after 14 months. I've never seen anything like this. I cried in the front yard of the house. Just can't imagine that somebody would do this. And after 14 months of me talking with her this entire time and her saying she was moving back, we're just waiting, we just needed more time. And I honestly believed that.
Like, what do you mean?
She left food in the fucking fridge to rot?
It's not even just like she left food. It's like, it looks like it's an abandoned house that like squatters have been living in.
I mean, when I first saw this, that was my assumption almost, because I thought from their text messages that she had not been back since she got the keys. But apparently that's not true.
I think she had gotten the keys and then she lived there for like a hot second And then they trashed it, and then she was like, "Oh, whoops."
What?
And then left and never came back.
I mean, I have hated several of my landlords. I have made story times about landlords and management companies, and people are fucking horrendous. I have never left food in a fridge when I left a property.
I think the sentiment from a lot of people afterwards, it's like, well, that's it. That's what you get for giving to a high schooler. And I'm like, no, she's not a baby. Like, she knows how to fucking clean out a fridge when...
Yeah, but also you have to keep in mind, like, we do not know the story. Again, she doesn't have her parents. We don't know the story that she told this woman. This woman has a heart. She shouldn't be punished for it. Like, just for trying to do something nice. Yeah, okay, she's younger.
No, absolutely not. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. There's no excuse for that. Like, I don't care if she's in high school. This should not have happened. Are you kidding? Like you said, you wouldn't do that to a landlord you hated. No. What about a landlord that gave you a house, went to your graduation, got you $10,000?
And forget about fucking trashing it. That's a whole separate thing. What about fucking making a TikTok being like, they kicked me out of the house, how annoying. Like, literally. What the fuck? That is so ungrateful.
And like, she sticks up for her so many times and is like, no, you guys, Shay really deserves
she's an
this.
angel.
And it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
How could you do that to her? Look at her crying.
I know, but she also does know she's young, and obviously she has a great heart. That's why she's doing this in the first place.
But even in the start of this video, she says, like, this isn't a video she's making upon finding out that Shay trashed the house. She only made this video after Shay is making a video trashing her, when also that's, like, not just trashing her as a person, but, like, her whole project that she's doing, because, like, she's doing another round of it, too. Like, this wasn't a one-time thing. This is her trying to, like, make this an actual, like...
sustainable thing.
Consistent thing, and it's just disgusting.
I'm, like, actually so sad for her. Like, so sad for the house and the journey, and, like... It's just, like, don't know who to be sadder for. This is so fucking stupid.
That same day, I then messaged Shay and told her I was devastated that she had ruined the house.
She messages her and says, hi, I stopped by the house today and was really, really shocked by the condition.
That's putting it lightly.
Much nicer than I would have been.
Definitely.
45 minutes later, she messages her again and says, I'm not sure if you're going to reply, but I'm pretty devastated. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that due to the property damage, health, safety violations in the house, you understand you will no longer have access to the property or anything in it, and the house will remain in my name as my property. Because she never even fully signed it over. And then she says, I just don't know how you left it like this after all this. Shay responds and says, that's understandable. I appreciate everything you did. Do you?
No, that would piss me off so bad. That answer would just send me into a spiral.
I'm assuming that these messages happened before she posted that video, but like if I saw that video after that, I don't know what I would do. It looks like then she tried to offer some kind of explanation. She says, it's cut off, but it says, and lost and confused about being an adult, and I don't know what I'm doing about anything right now, and I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry about everything.
No.
And then she says, thanks for the reply. I'm just sad that this is the state you left it in. And then she says, I'm very upset and disappointed in myself as well.
You know what? I was a dumbass fucking 18-year-old at one point as well. This shit is beyond that. I understand that she has her shit going on. That's why she got the house. She's got shit going on. I get it. Maybe because she didn't have her parents, she doesn't know how to keep a space clean. That's a very common thing as well. Like they just...
This is so different though from like just it's not clean. It's like
my thing is it's like besides all of this, what is the most alarming shit in this situation is you got $10,000, you got money for college. You just took that. Then you got the Amazon wishlist stuff because apparently she did go to the house and she admitted that she did destroy it. So she is the one that was living there.
She had left though before I think some of the packages came because then Demi said that they donated.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much she got, but I'm sure she got some stuff.
But regardless, she had people spending money on her that she just didn't end up taking.
And an interesting point that I kind of like, it comes to my mind is like, have you ever entered something that you were not prepared to win? I don't know.
I don't know
how to explain it. Like, it's things that you almost want to be a part of. And maybe you do think, like, she maybe thought, I need a fucking house. I need a place. Okay, this is farther than I thought. Like, it's in Tennessee and I'm in Pennsylvania, but I can make it work and it's a house. So I'll fucking obviously make it work. And then, clearly, that happened. She did not expect for it to happen. And it all crumbled. My thing is with her, you had so many opportunities because Demi is such a nice person to say, I can't handle this. I can't take it and I'm sorry, but give it to someone who needs it.
She offered you so many outs.
A million. That's where I can't let it go.
And then the choice to make the fucking TikTok is just like,
that's the cherry.
How could you possibly have the audacity?
Yeah, that is the part where it's just like, you have a lot of learning and growing to do, girlfriend. And she didn't reply to this, right? To Demi's whole TikTok? I mean, how could she?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think she deleted the initial one that she made. So I think she just faded away into the shadows. I hope that she learns from it. I know she's young. I just think that there's no excuse. Like, you fucked this up so royally, and I'm sure in those thousands of emails, there was probably people that lived down the fucking street or like an hour away or something that could have absolutely lived there and would have loved it. And here's her in Pennsylvania submitting for a position she wasn't ready, or like not a position, but a gift she wasn't ready to receive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she just took advantage of someone that was trying to do a good thing, and she took away the opportunity from other people.
Yeah.
She probably has now permanently traumatized poor Demi, that like now she's gonna be like have trust issues moving forward with like, she won't necessarily have the same openness like towards people in the future maybe that win, and it's just like now she always is probably gonna have her guard up a little bit, and all for what?
I know. Well, wish Demi well. Shay, I hope you figure your shit out. That was pretty harsh and intense and uncalled for. My daughter is screaming. Jesus.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up.
She's like, no, she's like feral. Like something's going on. Okay, well, we'll move on. Thank you for that coverage. We'll move on to our We Love the Internet, because my feral daughter
No problem. Back to you, Jesse.
My feral daughter is ruining the episode. I do have to say, for the first time ever, I'm creating my own We Love the Internet. I thought long and hard about this because I don't really show my kids much online anymore. But my daughter is so fucking funny that I was like, you know what? The girlies that made it to the end, they're in for a little treat.
I mean, I wish it was her saying the Christmas tree thing.
No, oh my God. Oh, look at this! A beautiful Christmas tree! I'm looking forward to Christmas. I don't know if she still has that. She does when something's broken or like she can't figure it out. She goes, "It's not working." I'm like, oh, girl. Oh, girl. That's your daddy if I've ever heard it. Amelie is a little boss. She is a Scorpio queen. She makes sure that everybody's doing everything that she freaking wants. If you're playing wrong, she's going to tell you. If she wants you here, she's going to make sure you're there. And honestly, she better work. So this is a fucking video I just took. I took it like a few hours ago. Nassim had just gotten back from coaching. She made him sit at the table. She also made us both do this, but I slithered away somehow. She basically wanted us to pretend that we're asleep. So she'll say like, "Good night, mama. Good night, dada." And then she'll say like, "Wake up, there's a tiger." So that's like the whole game, right? So she was telling him in this clip, "Good night, dada." And mind you, this is after like 20 minutes of it. So he's a little, you know, not participating as well as she would like. And this is what happened. Huh? Hey, be nice to Dada.
Yes, Bob.
Go to sleep.
Dada, go to motherfucking sleep.
I love she's in her little high chair too.
We had to strap her in there. She's a little goblin. I'm scared every day in my house, and I just wanted to show you guys my beautiful, strong, independent girl who ain't gonna take no shit from nobody, and I love that for her.
Oh my God, I went down a wormhole of the guy that posts the wombat videos. Oh my God. Side note, it's sheep that we're about to watch in this video. But my mom randomly one day informed me that she is like obsessed with an account where she that's like miniature donkeys, and that's like her random new obsession. It's not new actually. I think it's like she just recently told me about it, but it's been a long thing. Okay. And I was so upset because I was like, oh my God, for Mother's Day I'm gonna find a place where we could go visit some, like, that seems like an easy thing to do. Wrong, because all of the donkey sanctuaries and rescues in the area they're all closed. They're all like temporarily closed and not allowing visitors. Anyway, it says rescued sheep meets a herd of new friends.
Oh.
And it's this sheep that runs out of this trailer.
Oh my God, he busted out of that trailer.
And then and then he lets out a bath, and there's just a huge herd of sheep, and they just all come running to meet their new friend. Oh. Look at them run over. And this is also like a herd of rescued sheep. How cute is that?
Oh my God, they were so immediately accepting. That's kind of amazing. Because
literally, it's like one of us. One of us.
Anyway, well, that's where we'll leave you. This was, you know, an unplanned episode to a certain extent, but also I had so much fun. So I loved it.
Those are always some of the most entertaining ones.
That's true. But if you made it to the end, as always, we appreciate you very, very much. And yeah, hope you had a great weekend.
And we will have our researcher starting soon, so we'll be a little more prepared.
Yes, we will.
And if you want to know about the Avril Melissa conspiracy, please leave a comment below.
Or leave a comment saying you don't want it, if that's what you don't want. I'm not, no pressure. Anyway, as always, we hope you had an amazing weekend, and we will see you on Friday. Bye.
Cheers.